Turn on your mic, please.
All right. Well, I guess we're live. I didn't realize I didn't see my countdown. Hello, hello. All right, Brad Smith. Hi, sis. Okay. We got some music playing. Okay, welcome, welcome. Hi, sis. Hi, Rod. How are you doing? Thanks for jumping in here. We got some music going on today. Welcome to Elaine's Desk. Tips from Elaine's Desk. Elaine Proby here, CEO of Proby's Tax and Accountant. All right. So, make sure, are we good to go, She Rise? Let me know.
Yes, you are good to go. We're live.
All right. Okay, guys. So thanks again for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about 3 things to keep in mind before you started your business. And once again, like I said, I have these conversations because every single day I'm having consultation with folks who is always asking about starting a business, who have started a business, who doesn't know exactly what their next thing is. So, you know, I'm constantly having conversations like this on a daily basis. So I'm trying to get everybody in one place so I can speak to everybody at the same time because they have all the same questions. This way you can get all your questions answered. Okay, so we want to talk about 3 things to keep in mind before you get your business started. All right, and what I like about this topic today is because later on today we're going to talk about how to get the business started. So this is absolutely perfect. So you could be a little bit more prepared for this evening when we talk about how to get it going. Okay, so so many people have the idea of getting their business started. A lot of times you can get it started, but you don't know how to keep it going. And so we want to talk about things that you must have in mind, things that you must pay attention to before you get going, right? So, all right. So, can we get the music turned down a little bit so I can jump into these points? Okay. So, the first point today, guys, you want to narrow down your business idea. And the reason this is super important is because a lot of times we have so many things going on in our head. We get the business started and we come up with so many different ideas that if you're selling a product, before you know it, you have 10 or 15 products or however many. And sometimes that's not the greatest thing of all times. You don't have anything you specialize in, and you're constantly trying to get something going. However, there's no focal point, right? So you want to narrow down your business ideas. You want to know exactly what it is that you want to sell, what services you want to provide, as opposed to having everything. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I'm hearing music. Okay, it's off. So you want to narrow down your business idea. You want to make sure that you don't have too many things going on in your head. A lot of times we are, say we started to sell a product and we think that, oh, well, we're selling dresses, so we have to hurry up and get shoes and we have to do makeup and we have to do all this stuff. Before you know it, you have so many things going on and you have a focus on one thing. So narrow down your business idea. If it's a product, figure out what product you're going to sell. If it's a service, narrow down your service. You may know a lot of things, but which one is it that you want to really provide to the public? So don't try to do everything that your mind tells you to do. You need to get a handle on what it is, narrow it down so you can focus. You could really, make it the key thing that you do. Now, you can add stuff later on, but you have to get started by having one focus in mind, or a few that you can wrap your brain around and make it good, make it successful, because you can always get started. And usually in the first year or so, a lot of businesses go out of business because of the same reason why they have so many things going on and they haven't find out what exactly they need to focus on. Okay. Part of this comes from your market research. And this is why we talk about doing a business plan, because when you do a business plan, you have a market research, you figure out who your target audience is, who you're going to sell to, and all these different things. And that will allow you to determine exactly what service that you are going to be providing and or what product you want to sell. Okay, so let's make sure that we narrow our business ideas down, because there's so many ideas going in our head. And when we're getting this started, we feel like we want to do it. Before you know it, you have so many things going on, all balled up in one, and then you're not an expert at any of them, right? So you want to be able to identify, you want to be able to streamline your thought process, and you want to be able to streamline the product and the services that you're providing in order for you to get the best results. Okay, so let's start there. First point today, 3 things to keep in mind before starting a business. And the first one is narrow down your business idea and quit trying to do everything that your mind is telling you to do and thinking that that's the best way to go. Okay, so cut it out, streamline it, and just pick 1 or 2 things that you need to focus on. All right. Second point today, guys, is number 2, understand the risk involved. Now, this is so important. We always talk about we want to start a business. So many people, again, I have weekly conversation with folks who have started just getting going or who wants to get something going. You want to understand the risk that is involved in starting a business. Now, it's all fine and dandy. It's not just a bed of roses. It's just not an easy walk in the park. There's so much you have to put into it, but you have to know what risk is involved. I mean, the point is that you can make major investment and maybe not get the results that you are expecting. However, if you understand the risk involved by doing your research, by knowing exactly what's likely to happen. Now, if you don't research and you don't know the process and you don't study your business and study everything out there in the market, you have to know your market, then anything that happened down the road is going to be totally unexpected and you're going to be totally surprised, right? But if you study the market, you know what's likely to happen, you know what risk is involved, then you are already prepared to be able to handle some of these risks, from the get-go. So it's so important, guys. Risk is going to be out there. In anything there's risk, right? You will also know how much risk to take, right? You also know how much risk to take. You have to take a little risk in order for you to make some money, You have to invest more than you're probably going to receive, but you need to know how much of that to take. And by doing so is because you're going to be studying the market. You know what your product or services that you're offering. You know what the supply and demand is for your product and services. And so you are aware of the risk that's out there, and you'll be prepared to get around it and make some different changes if, in fact, or not if, when they come. Because, they're going to be there, but when they come, right? So don't spend all of your time to build the business and then realize later on, oh my God, there's some risk here, and I didn't prepare myself for it. So you don't want that to happen to you. A business plan, again, I keep talking about a business plan. This will take care of all that stuff, because in your business plan, you would already do your market research and you will learn the things that are likely to happen, right? This is why a business plan is so important. We keep talking about this. Make sure that you have a business plan, and it gives you all the projection, and it gives you all the market research, and it tells you everything that's happening out there. And this is a part of when the business plan, when you lay it out. Okay. So that's my second point today, guys. We're talking about 3 things to keep in mind before you start a business. And the second point I talked about is understanding the risk that is involved in getting a business started. And let's move into our third point today. Hit like and share on this video. Those of you who is watching now, hit like and share on this video. Get all your friends on board. We're going to have this evening at 6 p.m. We're going to talk about how to start the business. So this is telling you things that you need to do before. And later on today, we're going to talk about how to get it started. And by the end of the day, you'll be ready to get going. You'll be having your business set up, and you will be ready to start in top of 2023, right? So let's move into the third point. This is so serious. This point is very, very serious. Now, we all want to get our business started, and we keep saying, okay, I'm going to get my business started. I've been thinking about this thing for years. I've worked on this job for years. I want to get off of it. I'm just tired of it, and I want to get something going. And so one of our major problem is we want to know how soon are we going to be able to generate income when we get this business going, right? So the third point today is generating income. So the minute we start a business, the minute we open the door, we want to make sure that money comes in right away, because we're not going to be able to sustain without having enough money coming in the door. Now, sometimes you get, some money to just start off. You get startup monies to get the business going, but you need to have a plan in order to start generating income right away. All right. It's not going to happen the first day, maybe the first week, but you need to have a specific plan in order to generate income right away. So in order for us to be able to generate income right away, guys, this is where it comes into that business plan where you know your target audience. You don't want to start selling your product, let's say the product, to the wrong folks. You need to already know who your target audience is. So you want to be selling and targeting the people who is more likely to purchase your product, right? Or your service. So by having a business plan and by you doing that research, which we talk about all the time, you will know that. So you can start generating income right away. You don't want to start, just testing the market. You don't have time and you don't have money to start testing the market. So you're going to see who's out there and how many people is interested. So you don't want to start testing the entire market by that time, you're out of whatever startup funds you have. So you need to know immediately what the target market is, who you're going to put your product and service in front of those folks. The next thing you want to do is, if it's a product, guys, try to take pre-orders. And let's say you're selling an item. You're selling an item, you put it out there, you market it, you're advertising it. Now try to get pre-orders in, because when people pre-order stuff, that's income generating immediately, right? That's income generating immediately when people are pre-ordering, because sometimes the product is not even ready to be shipped or not ready to be sent out, but people are already paying for it. So you have to, pay attention to these things that you can do in order to start generating income right away. Another way to do this also too is taking deposits. Taking deposit, that works. A lot of times, if people is very serious about your product or very serious about your services, they will give you a deposit. If it's a service and someone wants you to do something for them and you say, this is what the fee is, but I need a 50% deposit to start, there is money right there. You're generating income immediately. So you start taking deposits. If it's a product you're selling, you could have them order, take a deposit on it, and therefore you will have income generated right away. So take a deposit, pre-order stuff. And then online sales, of course, online sales, that's another aspect. Make sure that that's always available. Make sure online sales is always available for the masses, because that way you can sell to people anywhere anytime. So have it available for people to be able to purchase online. If you have an online store or a website or somewhere people can purchase your product online, and that way that can be ongoing. And let's say you have a product. You have a product now. Maybe you have a brick and mortar store, and there's a product there that people are able to purchase the item right away. Sometimes when people order stuff, some folks can wait for it. Others want it right away. So if you're selling a product, and you're able to sell off the shelf where they could come in and buy the product immediately, then that will generate income right away. As opposed to, I'm going to order it, you have to wait for it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when I'm buying stuff, I try to see where, if I'm ordering it online, I want to know what store I can go pick it up in 24 hours. I'm ready to go get it right away. Because, sometimes you just need it right away, right? So a lot of times when I order stuff, I just want to know right away where I can pick it up. I don't want to wait a week or 2 weeks or 14 days, however long it takes for that stuff to be shipped to me. I want to get it immediately. So be able to have people buying right off the shelf if it's a product that you're selling, okay? And that will generate income right away too. When people know they can get what they want immediately, they'll buy from you as opposed to somewhere else that they have to wait for that item, okay? So those are some points that you can do in order for you to generate income right away. All right, Richard Marston, how are you doing? Thanks for jumping on here. Yes. All right. So, hey, superstar. Thank you. All right, so we are talking about 3 things to keep in mind before you get your business started, guys. And I'm going to go back and recap these 3 things. Very important, because this evening we're going to talk about how to get the business started. So now I want you to think about these 3 things before. And if you haven't thought about them before, do them today. So you have time to do that. First one today is you want to narrow down your business idea. All right? Narrow down your business idea. So, oh my God. We should say, oh my God, I did those. All right. So you want to narrow down your business idea, because again, we always have so many things going on. When I opened my office, it was taxes, but I did so many things in that office. I had taxes, I did some real estate, I did notary, I was doing bankruptcies, I was doing everything that I thought of that would generate some money. It has some of everything in there that people would just call it my business, the one-stop shop. It was whatever it is that they needed, right? I was doing in my office because I decided I need to generate income right away. And so I'm going to provide whatever service they need. They can have it. If I got to do a form for them, whatever it was, I was doing it in my office because I needed to make some money. So it was supposed to be a tax office, and it was supposed to be an accounting office. And before I know it, I was doing some of everything in my office. Okay. So that worked. But right now, just imagine if you was doing all that and you wasn't specializing in anything in particular, right? Then, your business won't grow as fast because there's just too many things going on, and you have to be good at all the things that you're providing. So you want to narrow down your business idea. You want to streamline it so that you could deliver that information, whether it's a service or whether it's a product, to the folks effectively, right? And be good at it. Second point today, understand the risk involved. Understand the risk involved, guys. Now, this is the thing. We get a business started and we see people being successful at what they do, and you're not thinking that they went through changes. There's risk involved. You can make investment, you can lose your investment, or you can put out monies in the wrong area because you haven't done your homework, you haven't done enough market research, you haven't done enough work in your business plan to know where you're supposed to take those risks and how much risk you're supposed to take. Because it's not if they're there, they're going to be there. But you need to know so you're not surprised. You're not totally surprised about this stuff, right? So you have to understand the risk involved in starting a business. Again, it's not just a walk in the park. You may invest money in the wrong area, but it's okay, because if you catch that investment and you know that this is not the right audience, and you make a shift early enough, it's okay. But you have to know, right? If you don't know this, you're going to continue to just invest and reinvest money and have it go down the wrong path because you haven't done enough homework, you haven't done enough research, you haven't done enough planning, you don't even know what the market is asking for, you don't even know who your audience is. So you're constantly marketing to the wrong people and spending money. So those are the risks that's involved. So by you knowing what to expect, when to make those changes, it will save you a whole lot of money quickly, okay? So that's the second point today. Hi, Norman Strong. Hello. How are you? Where are you? Hello from Mr. Twin. All right. So Richard said, oh my God. All right, so that's the second point today, guys. We're talking about 3 things to keep in mind before you get your business started. Third point today, generating income. We're in business. We want to make money right away. We know we're going to have to spend some money to get the stuff going, but we want to also make sure that we have a business plan, a business model that is going to be able to generate income immediately, right? It might not be in the first week or month, but it might not even be a profit, but just start generating income. And we talked about the fact that you can do certain things to generate income right away in your business. In terms of if it's a product, you could do pre-orders. A lot of times people do this, well, pre-order, it's coming soon, pre-order. So people send money in. So you have some income coming in. You can take deposits on services or goods. Take deposits. If someone wants you to do something for them, if it's a service, get a deposit for 50% deposit, whatever that deposit is. If it's a product, for sure, they have to pay up front for it, or they have to get take a deposit from them. This is income that you're generating immediately, right? Even before you're done with the product or you're finished with the service. And then the online sales, like I said, keep that going so people can always purchase stuff from you. Have that website with your stuff on there that people can always go to it, and you can always be generating income 7 days a week, and it can come from anywhere. And then also, like I said, one of my favorite is being able to, if it's a product, have people being able to buy off the shelf. Now, how often you guys go into a store or go someplace and you want to buy something and they don't have it? They say they have to order it. Then maybe it's the one sample that's there, or they have maybe 1 or 2 items, but they don't want to sell it. And I've had people just literally say, well, I can't sell you the sample. And I'm thinking, really? But if you are able to have folks get the stuff off the shelf too, if you have a product, hey, let them have it. Then that's income you're going to generate right there. Because if people have to wait, they may go someplace else where they feel like they can get their product right away. Okay. So very important to pay attention, focus on your target audience, what exactly you are delivering, and make sure that you can make those shifts so that you can generate income immediately. Hey, Leonard Smith, thank you for jumping in here with the hearts. All right. Thanks for the roses and hearts too, Norman Strong. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So let me recap 3 things to keep in mind before you get your business started. First one is narrow down your business idea. Just don't be trying to do too much, sell too much. If it's food, have a huge menu and you can't make everything. Let's not do that. The second point is understand the risk that is involved. He says you must recap. Understand the risk involved. That's the second point today. Don't be surprised when you do your business plan and you do your market research. You generally knows what's out there and what risks are involved, so you're not surprised. Okay. And then on the third point, generating income right away. When we start a business, the first thing we want to know, okay, how are we going to make some money now to pay the first month's rent? How are we going to do this? However, in your business planning and the things that you think about, you have already figured out, you have already projected how you're going to start making money immediately, right? Immediately. Some people start off, they give all types of, maybe discount, maybe getting new customers in, all the different things that you do to get monies in the door right away, okay? So this is what we want to do. Should I recap already? Okay. But anyway, so you guys heard it again from me. And what I want you to keep in mind is this afternoon at 6 p.m., this evening, I should say, we're going to talk about how to get your business started in the free webinar at 6 p.m. today, guys, the free webinar. So now that you already know the 3 things that you can think about before you start, 6 p.m., I'll show you how to get the business started. I'm telling you, after this webinar, you'll have your business up and running. You'll get it started. You know everything you need to do. And so it's half of 2023. You'll be ready to go. Okay. Now, I'm constantly, again, having conversation with folks who have started a business. They don't know what to do next. This is for those of you who's already in business too. You don't know exactly what to do next, what the next move is, how to take the business to the next level. Some things that you may miss on the basis when you get started, you're going to know what that is today. So you guys go to elainesdesk.com and sign up. elainesdesk.com, sign up now. It's free. You have to pay anything for it. I want to give this to you guys so you know exactly what to do. Okay, so elainesdesk.com, 6 p.m. today. You guys, it's a free webinar, how to get your business started. I guarantee you when you're done today, you'll get a chance to ask questions as well. When we're done with this webinar, you will be able to start immediately and know exactly where you're going with the business. Okay, so that's what I got to say. Hi, Cognac. Thanks for jumping in. So that's it for today. For this session today, guys. I will see you guys back here at 6 p.m. And wow, this is Thursday, right? Yeah. So almost the end of the week. So for those of you who is not gonna make it back, she says so true. Cognac says, I will see you guys at 6 p.m. today. Tell a friend, get everybody involved in this free webinar. Look, it's free information. You don't have to worry about it. But I get so many questions and people want me to tell them the same thing over and over. So I like for everybody to come in one place. I can tell you what you guys say. All right. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday afternoon. Don't forget to go to elainesdesk.com and sign up. If you have any other questions, call me at Proby's Tax and Accounting at 323-290-9034 and or visit our website at probystax.com. Set up a 15 minutes free consultation with me there. If you want to have a one-on-one, maybe you have questions you want to ask. So go to probystax.com and you can set up a consultation there. There's a calendar, you can do that. And any other services we could take care of at Proby's Tax and Accounting, okay? With that said, you guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. And I will see y'all later. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.